Daryl Hall, and I'm here with Howard to talk about our new Hall & Oates tour, holiday album, and also my new webcast called Live from Daryl's House that's coming out tomorrow, actually.
Well, Daryl Hall, look at you, man. You look good.
Well, thank you.
I like the beard.
Oh, you like the beard? Yeah, I'm up in the woods, man. So it's my woodsman's look. And the shirt.
So we were all speculating. How come the other cat isn't here? I mean, I know you're the guy with the talent, and you wrote all the songs.
Well, no, I knew you were going to say that. The other guy with the talent and who wrote Man Eater, Out of Touch, and She's Gone. Let's see, where is he? He's in the woods also in Colorado, though. So
is that do you live in the woods?
Well, yeah, I live up in Dutchess County.
Oh, you do, but you're not close with. I mean, when I say Hall & Oates, we think of like two brothers who, went through all
that would be
together,
correct.
yeah.
Two brothers that live on opposite sides of the world.
But the fact of the matter is, you're not crazy about Oates personally, right? Is that true? Come on, be honest.
Be honest? You want me to be honest?
Yeah, be honest.
Am I crazy about him? Well, he makes me crazy sometimes.
He makes you nuts.
But no, I like John, man. John and I have been friends since we're teenagers, man.
But you're not friends. I mean, you don't hang out together.
Well, we're more than friends. We're like brothers.
No, but wait a second. You do not.
Sometimes you're not friends with your brother.
Hall & Oates don't hang out together. Like, you guys don't go to a bar together. You don't go and play video games together. You don't.
I don't do any of that stuff alone.
Do you call each other on the phone?
Not very often.
Really? So when it comes time to tour, when it comes time to do a new album or something musical, you pick up the phone and you call them and say, okay, it's time, but it's not awkward that you don't speak to each other other than that?
No, because we see each other all the time. We're working all the time.
But you don't like him. Because if you liked him, you would hang out with him, wouldn't you?
If he lived close to me, I'd hang out with him.
What irritates you?
He used to. What irritates me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's see. Nothing irritates me because I'm so used to him.
Do you ever have a non-work?
I'm beyond irritation.
Is there ever a non-work conversation? Like, do you ever say, hey, how you doing?
How's your family?
Well, basically, I see his family all the time because we travel together. And
He's married?
Yeah, he has a wife and a really cool kid, Tanner, and we travel together. I mean, in fact, we seldom have musical conversations. How's that?
How old were you when you met your partner?
16.
16 years old. You were in bands. You were both musical guys. The way I heard it is you were playing somewhere. He was playing in the same place. There was some sort of fight broke out, and you guys met each other in an elevator.
Yeah, actually, we were 17.
Right.
Yeah, we had just started. We were just finishing high school and starting Temple University. And he had a band and I had a band, and that's how we met.
And you said, we'll be a twosome. Let's go out. Let's go to some coffee houses. Let's play some places together.
Actually, no. We were friends because we both liked Philly soul. We were both in soul bands,
right.
And we started sharing rooms together when we were in college, and we didn't work together until after we got out of school.
When you write, do you write together ever, or is it always separate?
Not so much anymore. We always did things separately. Our first thing was we said we're going to be two guys, we're going to share a stage. So from the very beginning, it was sort of two separate guys. But we write together occasionally, and we write separately a lot.
So you meet each other at 17. You say, let's form a band together. We'll call it Hall & Oates.
That was on the mailbox. So
was there ever a discussion that it would be Oates and Hall?
No, because my name was first on the mailbox.
I see. So it became Hall & Oates. That sounded good. It sounded good to you.
Yeah, it sounded good to me.
That's right. And there comes a time where you have your first hit record. Was this amazing to you? Did it look like for a while nothing was ever going to happen with this band? Did you ever think of leaving him?
It went on. It went up and down for a long time. Before.
How long was that time before you had a success?
We first started playing together in like 1971 or 2, and let's see. Then we put out She's Gone. We wrote and put out She's Gone, and it wasn't really a hit. But then a group called 𝗧𝗵𝗲 had a hit with it, and it was like a #1 R&B record. And then we had Sarah Smile. That was our first hit.
I didn't understand this about you. Sarah was a woman that you lived with for 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a serious relation. Never married her.
Not officially, no.
You lived together, and you reference Sarah in your music a lot.
But, no kidding. I wrote tons of songs about her, with her. She co-wrote Man Eater and Out of Touch, and God, I can't even tell you how many songs.
So she co-wrote these songs. She still makes money from the Hall & Oates catalog.
Yeah, lots of money.
And when you guys split up after 30 years, this had to be an emotional trauma. This is the woman you wrote Sarah Smile for.
How do you split up with that woman?
I know. It's not easy. In fact,
were you
You're asking me right now. That's 6 years ago, and I'm still splitting up, man.
Really? Huh?
She left you, or you left her?
It was mutual. It was.
So that
just
means
one
you
of those
left
things. Yeah. Well.
All right. Yeah. So was it that the temptation of the road? I mean, you are certainly a good-looking dude.
It wasn't the temptation of the road. We went way past that stuff.
Did you cheat on her on the road when you were the height of Hall & Oates and you guys are going around and you're doing live performances and the women are throwing themselves at you? Is it almost impossible not to bang someone else?
Yeah. The word is yes.
Yeah. So you had your sex outside.
So you guys
Absolutely.
worked through that, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early on, from the very beginning.
So what happened? Did Sarah just get older and you get I mean, listen, let's face it, you're around a lot of young, attractive women. There's no way you can remain interested.
It wasn't had nothing to do with older or any of that stuff. It had to do with just, hey, man.
Life changes.
Life changes. Life changes.
30 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
So where you used to write Sarah Smile, now when you sing the song, do you want to vomit? I mean, do you want to throw up and say...
I'm still singing it to her.
Do you still wonder why you were in love with her in the first place? Have you you haven't lost that love?
No, I have no questions about why I was in love with her.
Has Sarah hooked up with another guy at this point?
You know what? I think so, but I'm not sure.
You don't know. You don't want to know. Do you speak to
Oh, no, I don't.
You really
I do,
do
actually.
speak to her.
Well, we have our ups and downs, but right now I'm not really talking to her much, but we go between really friendly to not friendly at all.
Let me ask you something. Is there another woman in your life now?
Well, you're kidding? You probably didn't miss a day. Guy like this, rock star, give me a break.
I just say I'm in transition right now.
You're in transition.
You have a girlfriend, don't you?
No, actually, I don't.
You don't?
I had one for 7 years, but...
Is it hard to be alone?
I got used to it.
When you live up in this isolated area by yourself?
I got my people. You know, I have a extended family. My sister and everybody lives near me. And
near you, but you live in the house by yourself.
Right now, yeah.
Like a farm kind of community.
Uh-huh.
And you sit there by yourself, and you don't get lonely.
Nope.
You're able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got mountains of books.
Do you kill animals and eat them? Do you do the whole thing?
Well, since I got Lyme's disease, I sort of stopped doing that, but I was a major hunter.
You had Lyme's disease?
I have Lyme disease.
How did you get it?
Living in the country, the way everybody gets it.
You were out hunting and a tick
you don't
on
have to be hunting. You can walk in your front yard. You can be in a suburban neighborhood and get Lyme's disease. It's one of the biggest.
How bad is it to have Lyme's disease?
Bad. It's bad. Well, it can run the gamut of mildly debilitating to severely debilitating.
I worry about that where I am. There's all these ticks and all that kind of stuff. I do. I always check myself every night. I look. But why didn't you move away from this area where there's so many ticks once you got this disease?
Well, because I like living in that part of the world. I like living in nature.
You used to go hunting, you used to do all that stuff, and now you're a little bit paranoid about doing that.
Well, I don't like to spend that much time in the deep woods anymore.
Because of the ticks.
Yeah.
These fucking ticks.
I know.
They ruined your woods experience.
They really did. You know, I used to like to, I got a lot of land. I used to four-wheel around, take walks in the woods. Fuck that now. You know, you have.
What do you do? You sit in the house and you're hiding from the ticks.
Well, I had to put up this deer fence at great expense, and I got to check myself all the time.
The ticks won.
The ticks did win.
Did you find the actual tick that landed on you?
No.
You never did.
Never did.
How were you diagnosed?
Is it still in there?
I assume you had sore throats, you had fevers.
I had all kinds of tremors and fevers, and they thought I had spinal meningitis and multiple sclerosis and all this
How long ago was this?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just getting over it now.
What, they treat you with antibiotics?
Yeah, heavy antibiotics and herbal things.
Wow. And you now feel better?
Every once in a while I have a kind of a weird day, but yeah, 99.9% of the time I'm fine.
Are you able to exercise? Are you able to get back into a routine?
Yeah, all that. Yeah, that's all working.
He's so right. Daryl Hall is so right about these ticks.
Oh no!
Never mind the terrorists. War on ticks.
Well,
I'm not.
wouldn't you
That's
have to
no
get
shit.
rid of
I'm
the
telling
deer?
you. How can we get rid of?
It's the. First of all, kill all the fucking deer.
Really?
That's what I said. We'd have to get rid of the deer.
Yeah.
Kill the fucking deer.
Does your penis get affected?
Monhegan, let me tell you a story. Monhegan Island in Maine had a major tick problem, and what they did, it was very controversial among the citizens, and they killed all the fucking deer, and the Lyme's disease went away.
It did, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
But I was
fucking rats, man. In the Middle Ages, would anybody said no? The pretty man, those rats. So they carry bubonic plague.
Kill 'em.
Fuck them.
Right.
Fuck the ticks.
You're making me think.
But
I
wait a
love to
minute,
look at
Howard.
deer. I think they're beautiful and all that. And
They're fucking giant rats. 180-pound rats.
Wow.
This is the guy who wrote Sarah Smile?
Yeah. Gee, I thought you were a peacenik.
You never read anything about a deer.
I see you on the We Are the World video. Wasn't that you?
Thousands of
That's
ticks.
people, man. That's not fucking deer.
And if people
Thousands of ticks per deer, right?
Yeah, every tick tick has like 2,000-3,000 ticks on it.
Every deer has.
Every deer, and they all have
two-
Lyme's disease.
Ay
They're
vey.
walking
monsters.
plague things.
So
Yes.
let's get rid of them.
Yes,
You know,
I
this is what
agree.
I say about sharks, too. People talk about our oceans. People are afraid to surf. We love the ocean. Kill all the sharks, too. Right? Come on, let's go.
Well,
what are we sitting here for?
If
Either that
millions
or
of
kill all
people
the surfers.
got eaten by sharks, I'd agree. But millions of
Absolutely.
people are getting bit by ticks. So there you go.
All right, you're with me on the deer
I
thing.
didn't
That's
know
good.
we'd
I'm-
have
I'm
the
with you.
anti-deer movement.
Wow. So when we
Kill the rabbits too. Fuck them too.
you're angry today.
Sure, I'm always angry.
Fucking rabbits and deer. So they've really so now you're feeling better though. That's
You think I'm joking, by the way?
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
joking.
think you're joking.
We get it.
brother, I'm right with you.
Okay.
I'll
listen
kill
here.
a couple of deer.
You know, when
this
I was a kid,
afternoon,
I lived
you
in
know?
the country, and it was an unusual experience to see a deer because the deer population wasn't allowed to grow because it
was controlled.
It was controlled.
Yeah.
And now they're everywhere. They're fucking people up. People crash into them with cars.
Right.
They're really a major menace.
That's what it was like with blacks in my neighborhood.
Hey,
No, I ain't going there, man.
Hey, what's with you, Artie? What's going on? We're having a perfectly reasonable conversation.
Artie wants to take it to another level.
Yeah,
No,
man,
I'm
it's
saying
your problem.
Take it down to another
I'm
level.
against it. I'm stating a fact. It was terrible.
But you know what? You make a very good point about this. This Lyme disease is so debilitating. I knew a guy. Remember, we had a general manager who got
People
Rocky.
die from it, man.
People
He
die
had
from
the
it.
Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Right.
didn't
That's
he?
only one of the many diseases you can get from ticks.
And you were lucky that you survived because what if they
Yes, I
didn't
was.
diagnose it?
I'm lucky I can work, first of all, because I didn't think I'd be able to work. And I'm lucky I survived because I know people that have been so sick that they thought they were going to die.
Were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital. I was on intravenous stuff. The whole bit, man.
Wow.
I mean, it's nasty.
It sure
Yeah,
is.
it's bad.
It
All
sure
right,
is.
you know what? I hate deer now.
Me too.
There you go.
I used to love them.
We might ask you to cut some public service announcements about killing the deer because some people don't understand.
That's right.
Give me a machine gun, man.
You got it. So why are you not getting the respect from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I wanted to ask you that. I want to talk about that for a second.
Sure,
you
let's
have
talk
written.
about that.
How many hit songs have you written? I mean,
Oh God, I don't even fucking know.
how many albums have you sold?
Something like 60 million. Again, I lost track. Something like that.
60 million albums is
Yeah.
an
What are
amazing
you
accomplishment.
supposed to do?
Why is it a?
What am I supposed to do?
I can give you a number: 37 top 40 hits, 8 number ones, and I don't know what the album sales are, but a lot of hits. How many?
I think it's something like 60
70 million records.
Well, I'll give you a hint here.
10 million off.
You recently sold off half of your catalog to a publishing company, right?
Yeah.
And that brought in an estimated $25 to $50 million to Hall & Oates.
Correct.
Wow. Well, you're not hurting for cash, are you?
Yeah, but what about the Hall of Fame? What is this disrespect?
You know, all these awards, whether the Grammys or Hall of Fames or whatever, they're all political. I mean, that's no big news, and that's. I mean, what else can I say about it? It's politics.
But when you say
It's
it's
politics.
Who did you
politics,
piss off?
It's the fucking voters. It's the people that are involved in voting. Okay, let me tell you what it is.
all right, who are the voters?
Kill the voters.
In the 70s and the 80s, the rock press and the rock, whatever you want to call it, the media, created a canon. They created what is hip, what is not hip, what is deserving of respect, and what is not.
Right.
And those things are if you tried to be Woody Guthrie or you tried to be Howlin' Wolf or whatever, you were cool.
Right.
And if you hung out with the Spinners and you hung out with Al Green, you were sort of suspect, especially if you were a white guy.
Right.
And nobody gave a shit about that. But me and John have always fallen between the cracks.
Well, you and
you
John
know
have-
And in order to, let me finish, in order for them to justify themselves and what they wrote about, like that the Ramones were the greatest band in history and bullshit like that,
Right.
then they have to disrespect me in order to
Give that
justify their own shit.
Right. In other
So
words,
that's why I'm not in the Rock and Roll fucking Hall of Fame.
if you write pop songs, in other words, if you write songs that have tremendous appeal,
Popular appeal.
popular appeal,
And also, musical
R&B.
impact. Let's not forget that. It's not
I mean,
just
you're a
popular
real
appeal.
musician. I mean, you've written huge hit songs.
But
And-
Howard, the people he's talking about, they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I know.
Al Green and Holland.
Well,
Wolf
there's a
and all-
little bit of reverse racism going on.
They allow those guys in a little bit because they don't want to look like it's just whitey.
Well, they call me Blue-Eyed Soul. That's fucking insulting, first of all.
Why is that insulting?
Because I'm a soul singer. That's like saying what, brown-eyed opera singer if
Right.
you're black.
Right. Right.
Fuck that.
So are you bitter about it?
Yeah,
I
I'm bitter
swear to
about
God,
that.
I never knew he was such an angry guy.
I love him.
I am bitter about it. I'm bitter about it.
But I don't blame you. In other words, I think it's funny in radio that I am not. There's something called the Radio Hall of Fame. It's a bullshit thing, and I don't really care about it. But how can you have a Radio Hall of Fame and not have me in it?
Not have you anywhere
They
near
don't
it.
even mention my name. Who's bigger than me? Let's kill some deer.
Basically nobody. Yeah, kill some
Who are the fucking voters?
All I know is when you said you just got $25 to $50 million, T-Bone's eyes almost rolled back into his head.
You should keep the Hall of Fame. The Spinners ain't got that.
That's right. What are you
No,
doing
they
with all
don't.
this money that you're getting?
Wasted on building houses.
Are you building a lot of homes?
Yeah, I restore colonial houses.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
Well, who are you going to sell them to now?
Who am I going to sell them to? Yeah, I have to figure out who I'm. Yeah, I'm in the midst of finishing one big one right now.
Yeah.
There'll be foreigners.
Yeah.
There'll be somebody to buy that, that's for sure.
People that like
So,
colonial houses.
so the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Grammys have ignored you as well.
That's right.
That's crazy.
shocking.
I
It's
didn't know
all
they
part
had
of the
never-
same package of
Why
prejudice.
is everyone against you?
I told you why. Because it justifies their past.
But do you think
You're
things
depressing
have
me.
changed to a certain extent with the validation of Justin Timberlake? And
Of course. No,
Eminem
we're talking about the past. We're talking
Right.
about actually our generation, right? Of rock writers. The new generation,
yeah.
they respect the shit out of Hall & Oates.
There's something
and, all
weird
the new
going on.
bands love us.
But Hall &
so
Oates-
we've transcended the generational thing.
But Hall & Oates never was the type of band that's got up on stage and did dances to their songs and all that. You
That
guys were
wasn't the
serious
point.
musicians. Well, I want to ask you a question. You guys were serious musicians. Nowadays, you mentioned Justin Timberlake. It seems like Justin Timberlake's got to get up on stage and dance and jump through hoops. It's almost like a carnival.
I think the video is what caused that to happen.
Videos ruin music?
The video ruin music.
Why?
Because people, if it's a fight between the eye and the ear, the eye always wins.
Right. So the eye became more important than the ear. You have to be good looking now. You have to wear the right clothes.
Yeah.
You have to have the whole image and all of that. And you have to be able to dance.
Yeah, basically.
Is it sicken you? Is the music industry dead?
Yes.
Is it because of the economics of it that people aren't buying CDs and records
It's
anymore?
because the record companies shot themselves in the foot. It's because they ate themselves.
Where did they go wrong? How could they have predicted that the technology would change and people wouldn't buy CDs?
I don't think it was just the technology.
They went wrong in so many ways.
Well,
They backed the wrong horses in a lot of ways. They ruined their own music. They backed video. It was bean counters over art. When John and I started out, we were Atlantic Records. They said, okay, go make a record. And by the way, here's 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to help you. That doesn't happen anymore. It's like you do what we tell you to do, and if you don't do it, or if we get tired of you, then you're gone.
There's no artistic freedom, is what you're saying.
None.
Really?
Not in major labels.
This is very depressing.
It is, but if you're in Blue Note Records or Rounder Records, or do what I did early on and form your own record company, then you have freedom.
I was going to say, do you like this movement now where bands like Radiohead are putting out their own albums?
Well, I don't like what Radiohead did because they devalued their own music. But I like the idea. I mean, I'm doing this thing live from Daryl's house. I'm starting tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, we should mention this now.
Yeah. And it's one of the first, certainly the first of its kind of internet concerts.
What is live from Daryl'sHouse.com?
It's a monthly live concert. It's actually not live. I've already done the concert, but it's going to be debuted tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and then shown subsequently in part and in full anytime you want to download it.
So when you say you live in this house by yourself now, you're telling me you haven't gotten laid in a couple of months?
What do you think I don't have visitors?
People come and visit you and they bang you and then you
Yeah, I'm not the hermit of the woods,
Right.
I mean,
Where do you primarily meet women? Let's say a woman
Are
is
you on
listening now.
Match.com?
Yeah. Well, how does a woman get to meet you? Does she go to your show?
Like church, libraries.
What, the last woman you had sex with, where did you meet her? I mean,
where did I meet
women
her?
like to know. And what's your age range, by the way? What are you dating? How old's the broad you date?
I'm flexible.
Right.
I'm flexible.
Would you date a woman as old as 35?
Fuck yeah.
You would. You wouldn't
course.
go as old as 40, though.
Are you kidding me?
You've dated cougars?
Cougars?
Are you telling me you've dated older than 40? Get out of here.
I am no ageist, man.
What is the youngest you'll have sex with? Will you go below 18?
Oh.
No.
You'll go to 18, though, right? You'll
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, you don't have that problem, huh?
I have no problem.
So the last woman you met, let's say there are women in my audience listening right now who want to meet a guy like you, successful, singer, I mean, good-looking dude. How does a woman go about it? Where did this woman meet you that you had sex with?
Yeah, it's hard, actually. actually to meet me because
you're up in this tick
well,
infested area.
I live in small towns. I travel all the time. I'm nowhere really. I'm everywhere and nowhere. And then when I'm on the road, which is a lot, it's hard to get to me, and not by my
design.
Well, the last lady who
exactly.
visited. Where'd you meet this lady? The last one you visited?
Probably backstage.
Backstage.
Yeah, somebody like a meet and greet or something like
right.
that.
And you said, "Hey, you're attractive. How you doing, honey? What's happening? Let's go have a bite to eat."
That's the short version.
And then you just say, "I'm going to take you back to my tick-infested house, and let's go."
There
see
you go.
You can't,
You can't
Let the
go
tick suck on your body, baby.
That's right, man. Me and the ticks are going to get a hold of you.
They need to do a meet and greet before the show. They need to buy a VIP package and do a meet and greet.
Oh.
So basically, it costs you $500 to meet me. I'm the biggest whore in the world, man.
I mean, it's impressive.
$500, man, no problem.
Go ahead.
It's available.
Now, back in the day, were you one of the bands that got like caught up in drugs and all of that kind of stuff?
No,
You didn't. You don't do any pot.
I got a weird nervous system. Pot, yeah, sure. I smoke a lot of pot. But I never really used, like, I didn't do a lot of cocaine or anything like that.
So you didn't get caught up in that whole thing?
No, not at all.
And you basically lived a pretty straight lifestyle, and you were all about the music. Sounds interesting.
Well, how do you
I wouldn't call it a straight lifestyle.
Well, let me ask you something. Talk about that. Straight. Didn't people for years think you guys were gay, like you were lovers?
Yeah, well, yeah, because like a lot of people in the early 70s, we were doing the whole glam rock thing.
Right,
I mean,
with
did
the
anybody think
eyeshadow
Gene
and all
Simmons
that.
is gay? Jesus Christ.
Who knows?
Maybe he is. I don't know, man. But, yeah, that went down. And then we had some fag from Rolling Stone that...
Oh, jeez. How much more are we going to learn today?
that decided he was going to out us because he made his bones outing Elton John. So he basically outed us when we weren't out.
You've never had sex.
You weren't in.
And I used that word, by the way, in a very respectful way.
You and John never had sex together. You never participated.
We had sex together, but not with each other.
In the same room, you would have sex with women.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you ever share a woman?
Maybe. I can't remember, to tell you the
That's
truth.
a once.
Yeah.
Who had the bigger penis? I mean, I imagine,
Well, I haven't actually noticed.
You notice when you're in the same room with a guy and he's got a boner and you're both doing the same girl. You absolutely notice.
Well, we always say that John is German Shepherd balls with Chihuahua pants.
Ah, interesting. I'm going to have to analyze that.
You have video of you high-fiving Oates while you're double-teaming a chick?
No, we didn't go that far.
When a guy outs you, a journalist, what do you do? Do you fight back or you just say, screw it? I mean, what do you do?
Well, it's kind of hard to fight back. I mean, that's the whole problem with has been or was a problem with me and the media. You can't fight the media.
You can't sue.
They always have the last word. What are you going to say?
You couldn't sue and say, hey, listen, you've disparaged me. You've said I'm gay. I'm a straight man.
Yeah, that sounds malicious to me.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to sue for. I don't know.
Yeah, it is, because you're almost saying you're saying you don't like gay people. Almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, it's actually what they did to us is an insult to gay people. Really.
Right.
That's why I feel.
That's right.
I have one question, and every guy out there probably wants to know, how do you work through cheating on your wife?
What?
You know,
you're back to that thing again. No.
He cheated on the road, and then he'd go home to Sarah.
So what? Sarah can handle it.
No, how did she handle
Because she's
that?
an extraordinary person. That's how.
Did she give you license, like you're single on the road?
It was nothing as simple as license, but people do this all the time, and not just with musicians and people on the road. I think that there's a pact with people that are together a long time, and they allow for each other's personalities to bear fruit.
Let me interpret.
So did she ever sleep outside of the relationship?
I never asked.
Oh.
What you do is, if you want to have a woman, a good woman like Sarah, and you want to cheat, you write Sarah Smile for her, then she shuts up. That's all.
Actually,
in a way, it works. It's so funny to see you dressed the way you are today and the way you look. I think it's a great look for you. It's very natural, and this is the way you're more comfortable.
Well, this is the real me, yeah.
When you had to do the glam thing, I mean, not that you had to.
That was a long time ago, man.
Because you're not really a pretty boy type, but I always thought you were because you always dressed up.
Well, I was pretty when I was young, man.
But when you perform now, do you dress more like this?
Yeah,
more
this is pretty much the way I dress.
And how old were you when you started to realize, man, I can really sing. I like music.
0. My mom was a singer in a band and a vocal teacher and all that stuff. I mean, at 2, 3 years old, I was singing.
And when do you realize you want to play guitar and sing?
Well, guitar came late. I started piano when I was 5, but I didn't start guitar until I grew up.
And when you're a kid and you sing, Is it embarrassing in a way? Do people make fun of you? Do the other boys say, what's with you going around singing? What are you, a fruit?
Yeah, exactly.
Do. Right.
Especially when you're like 12. And I was a boy soprano, and I was in 7th grade. You know?
It's hard to be artistic, isn't it, as a young child?
I remember that, I had to sing. Actually, I sang on the Christmas album. I did Oh Holy Night.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a real boy soprano kind of song.
Right.
And I did it, and my teachers made me sing this in front of the whole school in 7th grade, and I'm singing the song, and afterward, the cafeteria was no fun, let me tell you.
Right, you seem like a guy who can kick ass. You look like a tough guy.
Yeah, you look like a tough guy.
Right.
I've been there.
Did you have to fight a lot as a kid because you sang?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You would get into fistfights?
Yeah. People, I was, besides singing, I was just an unusual person in my area.
Why do you think you were attracted to black musicians more than...
I grew up in a racially integrated place.
Right.
You grow up around Philadelphia, especially in my day. When I grew up, it's very integrated.
So there was more Motown there than...
It was the sound of Philly. It was the neighborhood stuff, not Motown. It was beyond, before...
But I'm saying you get exposed to Motown and all that other stuff, too.
Well,
and of course, the
like I said,
Philadelphia
before
stuff.
Motown.
Right.
I mean, I do, street corner music and doo-wop music, gospel music, soul music, church music, all that stuff is that's my baby food.
Well, you're a cool dude. T-Bone, you know I love you.
I love you, Howard.
Yeah. Did you ever actually beat up Oates? Did you ever have to kick his ass? I mean, did you ever have a fist fight
something?
with him?
I'd have a hard time. He was a wrestler. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. John could kick ass, man.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, mano a mano would be a tough fight.
He wrote that song, by the way.
Yes.
It would be an interesting fight. I got the reach, but he's got the grappling power.
Let's go to Sal. Sal, you're on the air in Lodi, New Jersey.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I'll tell you what, when I heard that Daryl was going to be on this morning, I really didn't think much of it, but boy, he turned out to be a real entertaining guest.
Yes.
You didn't think much of me. Fuck you.
Yeah. The hell with him.
This guy's a deer.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, that's my new thing. Yeah.
Well, I guess you won a new fan just from this interview.
Thank you, sir.
That's good. All right, thank you. I tell you what, let me play a little bit of this song.
You know what? The one thing we haven't asked is where the music comes from. Like, when you sit down to write a song, is it easy? Is it hard? Does it take you a long time?
Are you one of those guys who say it comes from God?
No.
You're not you came from you, right?
Yeah, straight from my life.
Was your father upset that you became a musician?
No, they're both musicians.
So they like it?
They push me, yeah.
And were they thrilled with your success? Did they get to see your success?
And still are, yeah.
They're still alive.
Yeah.
And you have a good relationship with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a craftsman with the music? Or do you work at it? Or it's not streaming through you, it just doesn't come out?
Both. I'm a spontaneous person, but then I've been doing it so long, I'm into the craft of it also. But when I do a vocal, what you hear on the vocals is pretty much what I did first take and things like that. I mean, T-Bone's there all the time. He knows.
Right.
Especially the end of the song, all the ad-libs and everything. That just comes out of my head.
And I want to thank you for coming in today.
Thanks
it was
for having
really
me,
great to have you here. Daryl Hall, everyone.
Daryl, what do you think now that you've met Howard and you've been in there, you mixed it up?
I love this, man. I get to say my shit, This is fantastic.
It seems like you really wanted to understand what goes into writing a song and your mindset and your upbringing and everything.
No, it was good. It was good. This was actually a really cool interview.
It's got to be different when you compare it to all the interviews you've done over the years. This has got to be one of the more unique.
Yeah, no pussyfooting.
No, definitely not. He went right for it with asking about sex.
Everyone's been waiting for. Yeah. Porn Star Olympics. And so much more. Hello, I'm Richard Christie.
Good to meet you. I'm George Takei.
Okay, George, I understand you have an exclusive story of abuse from a motion picture makeup artist. Please tell us the story.
He pinched my wang and frowned. He silently regarded my wang as if it were some insensate lump of flesh.
I understand that more than one person was involved.
Then he called in an assistant. A hulking man came in. Al, can you hold this wang while I dapple it with the latex? He asked, pointing to my wang. With pleasure, replied the hulking man.
Yes, go on.
George proceeded to dab the latex on the now agonizingly smooth wang. As the latex dried, I felt my wang begin to contract even tighter.
I see.
They continued on in small, painful patches, repeating the process all over my wang. When they finished, my whole wang hurt.
A very painful story indeed. Right. Thank you, George. Wow.
That's the best interview I've heard all year.
That's great. My wang.
Hey now.
Painful wang.
Agonizingly smooth.
Yeah, that's the word, agonizing. I love that.
I thought it was nasty.
Porn stars are going to walk out of here with $10,000.
Hey now.
And what does she have to do to get it?
Could you ask that question, Robin? Let's introduce our porn stars right now and find out a little something about them. And as a matter of fact, they don't even know what they have to do for the $10,000.
They don't know the events they'll be competing in?
No, Porn Star Olympics, you never tell people the event ahead of time. You don't want anybody training. You don't want anybody moving ahead of the line.
Different from the regular Olympics.
Because you don't want their wangs.
Wang.
Yeah.
We just need 1 minute because they got here. They were out in the lobby and they just got here a minute ago, but they're on their way in.
All right, Baba Boohai. That's Baba Boohai, everyone, telling us we need 1 minute.
Baba Booey.
1 minute to Porn Star Olympics.
Baba Booey.
The skinny Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Looks good.
He does look good. He does look good. Porn Star Olympics. $10,000 prize for Porn Star Olympics, sponsored by Showgirls VIP Limited Edition DVD.
Oh.
The sexiest movie ever. Full of extras, including an instructional lap dance by the famous Scores Girls. On DVD now, rated NC-17.
Hoofa.
In case you haven't noticed, that's my official announcer's voice for Olympics, Porn Star Olympics.
I like that.
Everybody likes Porn Star Olympics. Competing this morning, Victoria Givens, who's been in porn for 3 years and has made over 100 films. 100 films. Selena Silver, who's been in porn for 18 months and has made over 60 films.
Wow, these girls are quick.
And Lila Jade, who's been in porn for 6 years and has made over 400 films. She's considered the favorite here because of her experience.
Wow, 400 moves.
Sounds like she's slowing down, though.
3 beautiful porn stars. What can I say? Hello, ladies. Girls.
Women.
Women. Good. To compete, you have to be a strong woman.
They don't even know what they're doing. She's like, I'm getting very worried because I haven't heard anything. She goes, why am I here?
You porn girls should get very, very nervous. Let me say hi to each girl. Is this Victoria?
This is Victoria.
All right. Victoria, let's say hello. Why don't you put these girls in some sort of order?
They are, Howard. They're in this order that you're looking at. Right here.
I see. All right. Hi, Lila.
Layla, hi.
Oh, boy, I'm doing great, aren't I?
So far, so good.
Okay, let's keep guessing. Name tags will be out of the question, I guess, huh?
I actually have one around my neck.
Oh, okay, that'll help.
In case I forget who I am.
Layla, hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right, it says here you've been in porn for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a record. Most girls drop out after a while.
Yes, it is.
Right.
And you're holding strong, you're going to stay in it.
Oh, my God, yeah, I love the industry. Yeah.
Over 400 films.
Mm-hmm.
You shot your first porn film on your 18th birthday. You couldn't wait to get out and do it.
I just had to. Seriously, yeah.
What is it about porn that attracts you?
I love sex. I completely adore it. And I was like, why not make some money doing something I enjoy?
And you're not uptight about it?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. You worked at the Bunny Ranch in Vegas?
Not yet.
You're going to.
It says here you worked there.
No, I didn't.
Really?
No, I didn't.
So you're going to be going into prostitution?
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually, Howard.
You're a beautiful girl. I'm sure a guy would pay a lot of money to have sex with you if you go into that. What do you mean? You think that that's a step below porn?
No, it's not that. I mean, I know Dennis from the ranch. I think he's really cool, but I just don't know if I want to go work at the ranch quite yet. I'm just going to see what happens.
Well, it seems like why the hesitation then? Because that's
because I'm so busy shooting porn anyway now that I don't really need to be going to the ranch yet. So.
What kind of money can you make becoming a prostitute, though? Probably big bucks.
Maybe. I don't know. I never really looked into it. So.
Well, there you go.
She said not yet. It's still on the horizon.
Yeah, she'd be a high-priced chick.
You've had sex in a freight elevator. You've had sex with many black men. You had your first gay experience when you were 15 years old. You've done it all, baby. You quit school when you were 16 because you knew what you were going to do. Why bother being in school?
Exactly. I was bored. I was so bored.
You knew. You knew what you wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
All right. And now you live in L.A. You were born in England, obviously. I can tell by the accent. Now, look at you. You are a horny little minx, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Is there not a big porn industry in England? Do you have to come here to really make it in porn?
There is an industry in England, but this is where the real industry is, especially in the Valley.
What can a really good, hard-working porn star make for a living? A lot of money?
A lot of money.
Are we talking over $100,000 a year?
If you play it right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. Look at you.
And what does she do with the money? I hope she's saving it.
I actually spend it on sex toys.
Me too.
You knew.
You knew.
All right, now we have Victoria. Is that right?
Yes.
Hi, Victoria. How are you? Very beautiful as well. Only been in porn for 3 years.
Yes, just 3.
Great, you're beautiful. What are you, about 5'2", 5'3"?
Exactly, 5'2".
You're the right weight. You got the big breasts. All you girls have the big breasts. Those are implants, I take it, right?
Yeah.
All right. I have the mini skirts on, the whole thing. You're sexy women. Now, it says here that you love to have your feet rubbed during sex.
I do.
Well, you don't want to say that. We'll be thrown right off the air.
Now we have to restart the show.
You say it makes you feel so good that you get fully aroused when you have your feet rubbed during sex.
Okay, that'll work.
Now, you have several boyfriends. You don't have one boyfriend.
No, I have many.
And they don't care? They don't get jealous?
No.
That would be hard for me to share you with any man. I'd probably insist on exclusivity. You lost your virginity when you were 19 years old to a 29-year-old. And you love...
Correct.
What is the world record right now?
I believe it's... I knew. It's either 50... I think it's 65.
By the way, if you notice, girls, Gary has put on his welder's mask so that his face won't distract when you're on TV.
That's actually quite a compliment.
I actually forgot and remembered.
Yeah, thank you, because I was about to say something.
Great, Gary.
All right. All right, Victoria, welcome to the show, and welcome to Porn Star Olympics.
How many films did you say she's done?
Over 100. What was the anal record? I missed that. I was distracted.
65.
65.
Yeah.
You've beaten that, Robin.
No, I have not. I've never even attempted it.
And now, our third gladiator, Layla Jade. No, excuse me.
Other way.
Selena Silva. Why am I screwing this up? Selena's been in porn for 18 months. She's made 60 films. That's an incredible amount of porn.
Actually, it's fairly low for being in 18 months. Most girls have pumped out 300 by then.
Really?
Yeah.
Why so slow then?
I'm just picky about what I do. I want it to be good, and I'm in for the long haul, so I really want to get what makes me look good in porn rather than just doing it for the money.
Well, let me tell you something. You're an attractive woman. There's no reason you can't be good at porn. I mean,
what kind of things has she turned down? What's not good?
Yeah.
Just anything that's too degrading, you know, that would make me look bad, I think, or that companies that I wouldn't want to work for.
What would be degrading, like an eel film, or what would like these anal films, maybe?
Just the ones that are too aggressive, where it's all about, you know, making the girl look bad, or see just how much she can really take. You know?
Like the Porn Star Olympics?
That would be one of the things. Well, I think the Porn Star Olympics is an interesting challenge, and we'll see how you girls feel about it. You love doing... you're married.
Yes, I am.
And your husband and you are swingers.
Yeah, we're swingers.
Wow. How's that work out? I mean, he just doesn't care if you're with other women and men?
It's kind of like, I put it as team dating. You know, we go out and we'll both see a chick that we think is hot and either get with just her.
Is he into gay stuff?
No.
Gary, whenever you talk, the welder's mask hits into your microphone. It makes a lot of noise. You just have to talk right through the welder's mask.
Yo, Howard, she did a lot of movies. What is that, like a knob or two a day?
60... Not really. Sometimes you have a week where you're working like every day, and then sometimes not for a few weeks, and you take off and do other things.
Now, you say you had sex underwater.
Yeah.
While wearing scuba gear.
Both my husband and I are scuba divers, and that's kind of how we met, actually.
So you're nude from the waist down with your scuba gear on top, and underwater you had sex.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yeah. It was
you enjoyed
really kinky. It was really cool.
Wow.
I noticed an accent there, too. Where's she from?
I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well-
kind of fading a little bit, but still there.
Australia is not known for its porn stars, so this is a rare treat.
Yeah.
You know, the Olympics, as you know, are international, the Porn Star Olympics.
We have several countries represented.
England represented, America, and now, of course, the great country Australia. So this is very exciting.
It's very appropriate.
Right. It is appropriate. You're absolutely right. And Selena's 24 years old. She lives in L.A. and Las Vegas.
How long has she been married? 24.
I've only been married for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Well, it sounds like it's going very well with all the cheating that's going on. Who knows? Maybe more marriages would last if everybody could just have sex during it.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like not being married.
Well, you know what it is? Husband and wife are best friends, but they have other sexual needs. I get it.
Well, we never do it apart. We're always, it's more like threesomes and moresomes a lot. If we are with other people, we're within arm's reach of each other.
All right.
So it's,
I have no
not
problem
like we
with
go
it.
into other rooms and...
No judgments here, baby. All right, so we have Layla, Victoria, and Selena. All of them accomplished porn stars. But what is the Porn Star Olympics, and will the ladies want to even take part in the Porn Star Olympics?
Oh, that's a question.
All right, we have a $10,000 prize. And even though all of you are high-paid porn stars with big careers, $10,000 is an interesting amount of money, isn't it?
It depends what we have to do.
All right. One of you will be beheaded by the end of the Olympics, so I hope you don't... Fantastic. You like that?
That will make me happy.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
All right. Here's what we dreamt up for Porn Star Olympics this year. As you know, last year a lot of the women got naked and had to carry 25 cents. How do you describe this? The laws have changed, the rules have changed. Well, anyway, here's the new.
Without using their hands.
Without using their hands. Here's the Porn Star Olympics. It's this simple. Starting right now, if you agree to be in the Porn Star Olympics, you will drink a bottle of water. Sounds easy, right?
Here we go. Yeah, wait for the rest of it.
All right. You would drink a bottle of water. Every 15 minutes, you drink a bottle of water.
Oh, God.
The girl who goes to the bathroom last wins the $10,000. Let's go to you first, Layla. What do you think? You want in?
I have to consult with my girls and find out what they want to do.
Well, let's see. Victoria, Selena, are you in?
Competition. No.
Here's the question. Where are we going to the toilet if we have to go first?
Ah. You see that plastic pool over there?
Very perceptive.
That's your toilet.
Gotcha.
Right here in the studio.
And what state are they in?
Well, state of confusion. Hopefully.
I mean, are they wearing bathing suits? Are they? What are they?
Wear whatever you want.
So they could stay clothed as they are
Sure,
now.
they could.
I'm Kate.
If I was you, I'd be naked, though.
They can wear whatever they want as long as it's nothing.
Right. Because you don't want to. You don't want to. Let's say go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
In your clothes, I would imagine.
You don't want to ruin those outfits.
No. Well, girls, what's it going to be? Who's in? I'll go to you first, Layla. You in?
I still don't know.
All right, let's go to Victoria. 10,000.
I'm thinking on it, too.
It's not degrading.
This might take a few seconds for us.
Selena, are you ready? Well, go to the bathroom whenever you want. When's the last time you went number one?
Oh, just like before I came here.
Okay, what about you, Layla?
Same thing.
What about you, Selena?
Yeah, probably when I got up this morning.
All right.
So we have to pee in the studio.
That's correct.
Well, what are the thoughts?
It's a human function.
Girls are all discussing it. You are competitors.
We're thinking about it. You know what? I think I'm going to pass.
Victoria, you're passing. I'm shocked. Now, isn't that shocking? $10,000?
Gary just threw off his welder's mask.
Okay.
So where's your welder's mask?
Hold on. I can't even think under that thing.
Put your welder's mask back on and talk.
Layla, you said that a good year for you guys, how it's taking to make $100,000, right? That's a good year. So this is 1/10 of the money without having to have any sex at all, and be done probably within 2 hours.
See, you know what? I wouldn't even be doing it for the money anyway.
Not degrading.
I'd just be doing it for the crack of it. I wouldn't be doing it for the
Really?
Yeah, I'd just be doing it because the girls
For
are doing
crack?
it. No, not for crack.
We could get you some crack.
You need crack?
I have more than enough crack in my life.
What scares you girls about this? About the going to the bathroom in the studio? Is that the thing that you object to, or the idea of having to hold your water as long as you can? What's the beef? I thought this was pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's a very good idea. I don't have a problem holding it. And I
You have a problem releasing it?
Well, yeah, that feels pretty good too to get rid of it.
Sure. So what's the big deal? Is it because I'm ugly? I mean, what did I do wrong?
No, not at all.
What is it then, girls? Why wouldn't you partake in this?
You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know.
I'm just wondering what the thought process is.
But I said I think I'll pass. I think I haven't said no.
Well, let's go to
yet.
Selena. Maybe she's thinking differently. Selena, what are you thinking?
I was thinking I was going to pass too.
Is this really that weird or creepy?
Boy, you're out there, aren't you?
I'm out there because I'm thinking, wow, these girls are going to think this is kind of tame.
No big deal.
You're porn stars.
It's the pee thing, Howard.
What about it?
Well, what about it?
Well, it's private.
Oh,
They do that in Penthouse?
Well, you know what? I don't even necessarily want to see that.
We weren't doing it because we have some weird fetish and we want to see you. We were doing it that way because we need proof. In other words, we need to know that you've gone.
Right. We don't even care.
Take a microphone in with us to the bathroom. Yeah.
That's no fun.
There's too many loopholes in that, honey.
Wow. Well, girls, I don't know what to say. I'm actually
That's
shocked.
the only event.
That's the only event I had planned.
I
thought it was a no-brainer. Slam dunk.
I'm a little fascinated by the fact that, what's your name in the middle? I'm sorry?
Victoria.
Victoria is going for the anal gangbang record.
Right.
And is sort of put off by this because I think that
I'm shocked.
I thought, to me, this is like, wow, easy money.
Yeah, I finally found something that shocks porn stars.
Well,
I don't even understand what you're objecting to.
Okay, would you guys want to pee?
No.
All those people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to have sex in front of a camera.
I mean, I wouldn't do anything you guys do on a camera, but I'm not putting you down for it. I'm just saying I'm uptight. And I'm small.
We're going to have to go to the second event, which is
We've
making me a
had
BLT.
bathroom Olympics in
What
here
is that,
among
Artie?
ourselves.
What did you say, Art?
We're going to have to go to the
It was a good
second
line. It really was. I heard it.
We're going to have to go to the second event, which is making me a BLT.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
But we've had bathroom Olympics among ourselves.
Yeah, I know. We've done this.
deal.
I know. I'm really, really shocked.
I know. We're different women, aren't we?
You really are. $10,000 prize?
That's what we do, is shock the public.
Well, you certainly have shocked me.
She's thinking of working at the Bunny Ranch.
Hey, Howard.
She's thinking of being a prostitute. You're into double penetration. And this Olympic
and the other
event.
one's a swinger.
And the other one's a swinger.
Yeah. The other one, it's okay to have sex with anyone you want as long as you and your husband can touch hands while you're in the group.
I can't believe I found something.
I mean, you girls have probably killed people.
This is crap.
Yeah.
Howard, would it make a difference? I've just been told that we do have adult diapers.
Oh.
That's fun. Come on.
That's a whole different fetish.
How about adult diapers, girls?
No.
What we'll do is have you wear
a quick no.
Well, that's you. Maybe the other two girls will
I'm
compete.
good. I think I'll...
Victoria, you're out. And what about you, Selena?
Yeah, I think the diapers is worse than just peeing by itself.
Really?
He actually has a diaper.
Let me ask you something. If you wear an adult diaper and we can't see what's going on or hear it, it still gets you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think my fans want to know that I'm walking around in a diaper.
Go ahead. What do you want to say about this? This is shocking.
Howard, man, get these girls off the show. How about I come down to the show and maybe we could bukkake them?
Harvest Moon. Okay, well, I guess we are going to have everyone off. Kurt, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard, what is the deal, man? These girls are whores. They're prostitutes. They're porn stars, and they won't pee in a pool?
I don't know.
This is crazy. It's crazy. Throw them out, Howard. Let's get new ones.
Let's go to Lynn.
Howard, before I talk, the girls are totally cutting up the show. It's pissing me off.
The censors. Yeah, if everybody stops saying the word pee and just says go to the bathroom, I think we'll be okay.
And Layla, I just want to say it's so good to have you in there here and talk to a pretty girl instead of Howard's horse-faced whore.
You're giving me agita, pal. You're making problems for me.
Ugh.
Wow.
This is crap.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, the girls don't want to do it. I can't force them. Mike, go ahead.
Howard,
Yeah.
these girls are nuts. I would go do number 2 in the pool for $10,000.
Hey, can I ask a question?
You mind getting down here quickly, sir?
No one's asking you,
We
buddy.
found a porn star.
We found someone ready to play.
I was there for 5.
I know. Well, the girls have an image situation here. I think they have an image problem.
So I got a question. So Selena, you do movies, right?
Yep.
So what's your next movie, like, what will you get paid to do it? How many days work and what will you get paid?
Roughly probably 3 hours work for about $1,000.
See, that's
what I don't get.
Because, you know, I'll tell you, we had a discussion originally.
I think you guys, for $10,000, would have sex with us, right?
If it was either being filmed so it was legal or not paid and just for fun.
I would bang you.
Oh, so if you pay them nothing, they'll have sex with you.
Sorry, Layla?
I would bang you for free.
Yeah.
You would?
Hell yeah.
The sex part we'd do for free, but...
Well, we skip.
All right, well, listen, I've learned something.
Just you.
Thank
You know,
you,
I think the issue may be I'm sorry, would use the bathroom.
Yes. If one of you guys
in the pool first.
I'll tell you what.
And we know it's okay because us girls don't want to be...
By the way, how silly is it that we're bleeping the word pee?
It is ridiculous.
I mean, how silly is this?
And then
It's the most childish thing, but
I'll
okay.
tell you what,
All right, let me interpret what you just said.
Yeah, because I don't know what she said.
Yeah, because it's probably been bleeped. I'm so sick of the bleeps. I was in a meeting yesterday where the company was asking me if I wanted to stay on here, and I go, are you guys nuts? I'm so out the door in 17 months, I can't take the constant bleeps. Victoria, you were saying what?
Okay, if one of you guys in this room will volunteer
to use the bathroom.
To use the bathroom in the pool as well.
No, come on,
talking
Casey. Casey, now you're killing me. Now I'm getting bleeped from you. All right, go ahead.
Relieve your bladder in the pool.
I'll tell you what.
It will not single us girls out, and we will. I will be in the contest.
Here's the deal. I'll be that volunteer, but I'm not just going to go. If I'm going to be part of this, then I want to be part of the competition. I want a chance at the money. I'll play against you ladies.
No,
all right. Well,
that's cool.
Sounds fair enough.
What do you think, Gary? Let me get this straight.
Is that allowed?
You're saying for 10 grand,
right?
You will compete.
That's right.
And hold your water.
In a diaper. As long as he can.
In a diaper or right in the pool?
I got to go with a diaper.
Girls?
And the only reason it's different for me is because...
we have to be able to look inside the diaper.
Oh, yeah, you can do it.
It's all yours, sweetheart.
If we have to go in the pool, then you have to.
You don't have to either. You can wear diapers.
This is like negotiating with terrorists.
I feel like I should start marching or something with this music.
Right. Well, it's an Olympics. By the way, Layla's taking off her top, and you look great, baby.
Oh, thank you.
I can see why you get the big bucks.
Yum.
So, you know, where we at, girls? Gary says he'll do it.
I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in if he'll do it, yeah.
Wow.
And what about Selena?
What about you, Selena?
I don't think so.
You're still backing out.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Gary, you're in the Porn Star Olympics, I guess.
We've got 3 porn stars.
We have 3 players.
Does he have to be in a bikini? No, I'm not putting a bikini on, but I'll wear my. I'll tell you what. I'll wear my T-shirt and a diaper
and
a welder's mask. No, no welder's mask. I'll tell you, I'm going to pass out in that thing. We got to find a new mask.
All right. Well, girls and Gary, it's time to drink your bottle of water and let the Porn Star Olympics begin. Well, I never anticipated it going this way. The $10,000 prize for Porn Star Olympics, sponsored by Showgirls VIP Limited Edition.
All right, everybody's drinking their water.
Now you know why the Porn Star Olympics is so tough. Selena, a seasoned porn star, dropped out. Gary taking her place. The girls putting out the challenge. Layla, Jade, and Victoria Givens drinking their water. Gary slugging it down. Drink your water, girls. Baba Booey finishing his bottle first.
Oh, very nice, Baba.
Nice job, Gary.
Thank you.
Now, every 15 minutes, girls and Baba Booey.
Gotta drink another bottle.
Gotta drink another bottle of water. How you doing over there with your water, Layla?
I'm getting there slowly but surely, Howard.
By the way, Victoria has taken off her top. And by the way, Victoria, you were very beautiful as well.
Thank you.
I mean, the girls have really nice boobs. Selena has backed out of the competition. Selena feeling a little left out?
Yeah, I'll join them and take my top off, though.
All right, well, that's fair enough. Well, we certainly appreciate that, even though you're not competing for the $10,000.
You're sure you don't want to join in? It's still time to get that first bottle of water down.
Still get that bottle of water down.
I'll be the piker.
Wow.
I'll get the wooden spoon.
All right. Well,
I just don't understand.
Why don't we just keep the 10 grand and bang them?
I know. What are we thinking?
What do we get putting Gary in a diaper?
Gary keeping his top on, by the way.
No, I said I keep my top on. I'm going to change it to diaper when we go to break.
I understand. All right, let's see. Where is Victoria? You finished your water yet? No? Make sure it's all out. All right, Layla, you've just finished yours. And Victoria, you're all done as well. All right, girls, in 15 minutes, we'll see you again, where you'll have your second bottle of water.
Okay, Howard.
And Gary
Let the games begin.
I'm very excited.
And we'll be back. I'm excited as well, girls. Always a pleasure. Girls, it's a $10,000 prize. Remember that. Hold your water. Yes, Gary.
And who is it courtesy of?
Courtesy of Showgirls, VIP limited edition. Who will win? Layla, the blonde bombshell. Victoria, the dark-haired raven.
USA.
And Baba Booey.
The ugly guy.
Hey, what happened to Selena? You were taking your top off. It's going back on. Oh, there it is. Very nice. Well, thank you.
That's cute.
Yeah. Very nice.
Natural.
Wish you were drinking water, but what can we do? And girls, what are you plugging today? Anything?
Actually, yeah, XCon 2 is an adult convention, and it's taking place this Sunday in Los Angeles. It's at Entertainment Studios. It's the world's largest adult studio, and there's going to be 50 adult stars there. I'm the main organizer. It's just for the fans and the girls. And can I mention the website, Howard?
Yes.
The website is www.xxx-con.com, and if you're interested in going, you can call 213-489-2001 for more information.
Anybody feel like they have to go to the bathroom yet? Anybody ready to put their hands up in the air and give in? No.
I gotta go.
We're in for a long competition, Robin.
Good.
Robin, you want to get in on this?
No.
10 grand. Prude.
I probably could hold my water longer than anybody, but because I can.
You can?
I'm not going to
I couldn't.
ruin the competition.
I would lose this competition in a minute.
I wasn't even ready to be in it, so I don't know. I went to the bathroom maybe last night.
Can I have a...
Oh, my God.
I think I might have gone this morning. I can't even remember, but I wasn't ready for this.
You had to go when you woke up.
I guess I did.
Yeah, Gary, of course you did. You don't wake up and not go to the bathroom.
Can I have a bucket?
I was late this morning, and so I got in the shower, but I might have skipped it.
You might lose this one.
I might have gone in the shower.
Can I have a bucket for when I throw up laughing when Gary comes in here with a diaper?
All right, so let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have our second bottle of water and see how the Porn Star Olympics goes. Right after these words.
Hello, Howard. Testing. 1, 2. Howard, here. Now testing this out with proper modulation. Do you feel, let me ask you, Laura, let me ask you, You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Howard, I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Comics and
That's right. I have a credit card.
JollyDwarf.com.
Never know.
All right. JollyDwarf.com, and I want to hear the next time about your fake credit card.
That's right. I do have a credit card.
All right. Hey, Beagle, congratulations. Seriously.
On the new business.
We've got to take a break. We'll do the news when we get back. Thank you.
You do my business. You'll figure out what I do.
Thank you, brother. And we'll be back right after these
Give me
words.
10 minutes. You'll figure that out.
Savannah Sampson on India Night. Stripping down a lingerie.
We get your phone calls. We get your phone calls every day.
Hello, Robin. I've got a Valentine's Day gift for you because I'll be thinking of you and only you when I wank myself on Valentine's Day. I'll be thinking of your delicious tiramisu flavored Mons Vernus, your supple chocolate milk-filled breasts, and your bulbously round and pillowy mocha-colored buttocks. Actually, I'm diddling my nether regions right now. I hope you'll be thinking of me too, Robin, on Valentine's Day. Oh, goodbye, Robin. I love you.
new musical 95X. You're listening to the only black man who can get served in Denny's, Howard Stern.
Beetlejuice. I was shocked to see he was wearing a watch today. It's pretty weird. So I said, I wonder if that watch is really accurate. Like, would it matter?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to have us guess on the air, but Gary already told me the answer.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse watch, and it has the right time on it.
But can he read it? No.
No. It's 300 o'clock, he told me. No, 250. Okay. Porn star Savannah Sampson strips down to lingerie tonight. You cop a feel on her, too.
Oh, yeah, a couple of people did.
No, I didn't get that.
I did. It's got a nice ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to maul her.
JD treated her like she was some sort of contagious. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was just trying to throw him a bone.
No, I don't want to.
A lot of people wrote me about they didn't want to ever hear a frigid Playboy Playmate on the air again. I had to shut off the radio. It was too depressing.
Really?
Yeah, referring to the chick yesterday, Kara, who just can't get off on guys, and she's not a lesbo, but she's never been with a man that really excites her. I thought it was fascinating myself, but this guy says today you had this dumb broad on. I wanted to jump through the radio and stick a banana in her. Beep. I mean, poor little her with her body issues. Hello, Miss Hotcakes. But you get naked in a national magazine? Wow. You're as sharp as safety scissors. Then she wants to procreate. Oh, boy. Just what we need. Another half-ass retard. I think Wendy the retard is sexier than this idiot. So this Kara chick wants a man who will brush her hair, Howard, huh? Tell her to marry her barber and get the hell off the show. Yep. She's as dry as the Gobi Desert. Oh, she has no business being on the Stern Show. And finally, a guy wrote me, I was married to a girl like that. She's nothing but trouble. The sex is horrible. I will bet this girl will never be happily married, and I bet she's a dead fish in bed.
Well, she already said that.
This was a woman who just went to see the Michael Moore movie. Maybe it's a guy, I'm not sure. I got sick to my stomach and cried. The odd thing was, oh, yeah, it's a woman. I was on a first date with a guy, and this was the movie he chose. So sad, wow. But the movie really made me think. Great show. Love Artie and the gang. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, that's not a date movie.
Got a bunch of bulletin board problems. Howard, I've gone on there repeatedly, registered after 10 p.m.
And get in.
Yeah. Howard, your bulletin board blows. I've been registered since it started. I haven't been able to go on once. Well, I told you we're working on it. Get this fixed. Hurry. I need to get on there. A lot of people are getting on there. That's the thing. And a lot of people are getting rejected. There is a bigger demand than there is room for people in the bulletin board.
Some people are getting on.
That's right. The bulletin board only has so much room. But, Howard, my patience is wearing thin. You must get me on the bulletin board.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. All this enthusiasm will be turned into
You didn't hear that?
apathy.
You guys suck. Howard, Richard Christie's obsession with Kara from Playboy was creepy.
Yes, it was.
He puts a wine glass in front of the computer. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Yeah.
I wondered if her saying that she really isn't into sex changed his attitude at all.
All right, here's Kara and Richard Christie together.
Presenting A Night of Fantasy with Richard Christie and Kara Wakeon. Hey, Kara, are you ready to watch me get it on?
Yes.
Oh, does it make you hot watching me pleasure myself while drinking a beer in my easy chair, Kara?
Oh, you look so hot when you do that.
Oh, Kara, do you want me to continue to diddle my nether regions?
Don't stop, baby.
Oh, I bet you're so turned on by this, right, Kara?
Oh, Richard, you are my special man. I love you.
Could you please hand me a tissue, Kara?
Yes.
Thank you, Kara.
Well, there it is. She cut those lines yesterday. It's beautiful. This one says, Ralph's a homo. After seeing Ralph on the website trying his best to look like Howard yet again, I am now 100% sure Ralph is gay and has developed a real love for Howard.
Where did they see Ralph on the...
I guess he was on our website, one of the pictures or something. Ralph is a big fag.
Did Ralph ever get that photo shoot of my bag from Vegas on the website?
No. In typical Ralph fashion.
I'm sure that'll happen after.
I can't believe that never
After he finishes the room at Scores.
Fred and Robin, you're wrong. Lily Munster is alive. Yvonne DiCarlo is 81 years old. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. For once, Fred was wrong.
I confused her with Carolyn Jones, who is dead.
Yeah, she's definitely dead.
And here's a guy who says, don't talk about stem cell research. Both you idiots don't know what you're talking about. You're a bunch of idiots.
Well, that was the whole point. Scientists do, and they want it, and the government should be funding it.
Do yourself a favor if you're going to speak on a subject, do some research. You certainly know a lot of facts about our president's personal life and how much vacation he takes. Stick to things you know about, like porn and masturbation.
That's our expertise.
I got a lot of letters. Stem cell research is the most important medical discovery of our time, Howard. If it was not for stem cell research, I am dead. I am a 36-year-old, longtime fan, cancer survivor, and bone marrow stem cell transplant recipient. Most importantly, I have a very hot girlfriend. And this guy's not kidding. He sent me pictures of her.
He does not want to die.
She is awesome.
Yeah?
Like the hottest thing I've seen in a long time. I'd like to come on the show and describe exactly what stem cells do and what the controversy is about. And my hot girlfriend will come with me for your visual entertainment. Gary, book this guy.
So that's why you're going to have him on, the hot girlfriend.
Your discussion on stem cell research was close, but it is way more powerful than you described. Stem cell transplant is the only hope of a cure for most leukemia patients. Could you imagine keeping this from the public? No, I can't, and that's why our president has to go. Can you imagine a president that's about to sign a bill that's going to keep this show off the air by finding individual broadcasters? Think about that, too, when you go in to vote. Bottom line, the president has halted all government funding of stem cell research. Can you imagine? Wow.
That we're sure about.
The cells that are used for testing are extra-fertilized cells that are used for in vitro fertilization. These cells are destroyed in the testing process, and the president and his religious freak friends think this is an abortion. We're talking about 5 to 10 cells. The kicker is, if these cells are not used for testing, they're thrown in the garbage anyway.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I do know that they're destroyed somehow.
And this is me talking. Our president is a jerk. Trust me on this. He's a jerk. He's a jerky guy. He's been a jerky guy his whole life, and he's got to go. Bottom line, if this is your only issue, he has got to go. And here are the pictures of this guy's girlfriend. Look at this. Look at this.
Man.
Wow.
And look at this. And look at this.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And this again. Can't wait to meet this guy. Gary, have him in here. I just threw his letter out so you'll never find it.
That's hot.
Here's another one. Hooray for Chef Ron.
Yes, Chef Ron fighting the good fight.
Thank you for exposing the crazy Amish.
Yay!
Amishes. Of course those recipes are Chef Ron's. And by the way, Howard, the rest are ours.
Who is this?
We got a mention, at least, in the forward of the cookbook. We are Chef Elizabeth and Chef Adrian. We are no longer employed by Imus.
So these are more chefs. What do they take on a chef for a couple of weeks and then boot him out?
I don't know. And I don't even know if this is real either, but I'll check into it. See what they have to
Well,
say.
Imus did say there were 4 chefs.
Okay. Oh, here's a great letter. Last weekend, my husband and I became Los Lonely Boys fans, new band. We're at an outdoor bar in New Hope, Pennsylvania, and the bartenders were playing your CD. We loved it. Went to the local record store, Static Records, and found the CD. Little did I know that my 17-year-old daughter already knew who you guys were from, I guess this...
It's a fan letter. They kind of carbon copied you.
Oh, okay. I went on your website today. I was checking out your tour dates. I see you're playing in New York City in November at Irving Place. When I went looking for ticket info, I found that this is a Clear Channel venue. How sad. I will not give my money to Clear Channel. Yes, I am a Howard Stern listener and fan and First Amendment supporter. So she wrote a letter to the band. She loves them, but she will not go to see them. Love that letter. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. One less dollar in the pocket of Clear Channel so they can't sue me. What is, I really do want to make a mascot, a Lowry Mays brain tumor mascot.
Yeah, big tumor mascot.
That will appear everywhere that our radio station DJs appear. Okay?
Get on that. Where's Ralph?
Ralph. I'm still waiting for Artie's stuff to appear on the web.
That's amazing. That was May, the beginning of May.
And all of us pictures. All you had to do was go home and download.
I'm going to dress High Pitch Eric as a giant tumor.
Hi, I'm a tumor. I think he's already dressed like that.
I was going to say, what's the disguise?
Yes, Tim.
Hey, Howard. Hello?
Yes.
Hey, I just want to tell you that about 2 weeks ago I heard Ryan Seacrest on the air during one of his commercials say that he was the new king of all media. And nothing makes me happier that he's finally off the air.
Well, not only is he off the air, but, I mean, the man is no king of all media. He hasn't written books. He's only on American Idol that's successful, and that's it.
Yeah, I know, and it's not even because of him. And,
right.
I just got a couple other things to say. I was just wondering earlier if there's a chance that you could syndicate your show on a satellite station with XM or something like that while you're on the air now.
I could do that. That opportunity is available to me. I don't know. I think about it. I think to go on satellite with a brand new show would be way more exciting. But we'll see. Well, I'm looking into everything. I'm always busy plotting and planning.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to get your foot in the door first thing, get on there, and then before everybody gets a crazed buzz to go by the radios. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking my call, Howard.
Okay. Robin, what's in the news?
Would you like to sing a tune? Would you like to taste your...
By the way, did you read in the newspaper?
I was just going to say, I'm glad that Fred's starting the show this way, because in the paper today it says that the How's Your News crew has been at the Democratic National Convention, and it says that they are best known for warbling an off-key song before Robin Quivers reads the news on the Howard Stern Show.
The How's Your News team is over at the Democratic National Convention interviewing all of the top politicians.
They say that so far they've had sit-downs with Hillary Clinton, Peter Jennings, Howard Dean, General Wesley Clark, Jerry Springer, Senator Barbara Boxer, Governor Bill Richardson, and Representative Nancy Pelosi.
It's the retarded Ted Koppel.
Apparently, this is all going to be put together in some kind of a new documentary.
Oh, my God.
And played on the Trio channel.
It's got to be better than Ollie G.
Absolutely.
I've got a retarded question.
And that's where, Hillary Clinton has to sit there and, not laugh. Take it seriously. Excuse me, young man.
What, retard? I'm being asked something by a retard.
That'd be great if she didn't realize it if she said that.
Excuse me, retard?
They say the Democrats have been very nice to them. They're planning to do this at the Republican convention, too, and they're hoping they will be the same. Yeah. So they'll be in New York. We could get them on the show.
Excellent. Chris, you're on the air.
Yes. Hey, how you doing, Howard?
Good.
Hey, you're talking about this stem cell research, you know, and I'll tell you what, Bush, if he was in my shoes, he would do it because I'm a quadriplegic, you know what I mean? And I've been like this since '86, you know? And I just think it's a bunch of crap that they're going to throw stuff away in the garbage when it can help, thousands of people.
Let me tell you something, my friend, and I mean this from the core of my being. If I was in your shoes and I was a quadriplegic.
Yeah, I'm just like Christopher Reeves, but I don't have a respirator.
And I knew that they were every day throwing in the garbage that would actually get me walking and out of a wheelchair and giving me my life back. I would lead a revolution.
I'm trying. I try to get in touch with that Christopher Reeves, and I write him letters. last Halloween I was like Superman for Halloween.
Forget Christopher Reeve. He can't write you back.
Yeah,
He got your letters. He can't.
He got him. He's been writing you for the last 3 years. He's got a pen in his mouth right now, moving his head from side to side. Listen to me.
That's what I do. That's why I write him letters. I use my mouse stick.
Let me tell you something. These creeps that are in the White House right now could care less about you and your handicap. They could care less about people with Alzheimer's. They're worried about these fetuses. You got people suffering on this planet horribly. And believe me, if President Bush was in your condition, he'd be pushing stem cell research like there was no tomorrow. This is an unfeeling, uncaring man, and no one will convince me differently.
That's right. He has no idea he would feel that way because he has no empathy.
I am outraged for you, and I tell you what, every day I am sad for you. I am sad for you.
I make the best out of it. You know, my stage name is 𝗵𝗲, Johnny with a G. And you know what? I live life to the fullest. And I hear a lot of quadriplegics and stuff calling on there, saying they can't have sex and stuff. Heck, I burn rubber, you know what I mean?
Remember one thing. Stem cell research is bad for all of George Bush's great big friends in the drug companies.
Oh, that's what they're going to lose. They're going to lose money.
That's right. It's all about the money. They don't care about you, and I am not just saying it. It is the truth. I've thought long and hard about this. Everyone knows I gave our president a chance.
They lock up old people if they try to go to Canada and buy drugs.
Yeah, I mean, it's sickening what's going on in this country. And what Robin's talking about was featured on 60 Minutes. People who go to Canada to get a break on drugs because they don't have money are being locked up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a shame, and sir, you are spending every needless day in that wheelchair, and I cry for you. Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, you just broadcasting this, and all your listeners out there listening to this, maybe they'll change their view when they go to vote to know that, you know what I mean, it's throwing stuff away that kids not. You know,
wake up, America.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Wake up, American people.
Long-time listener, Howard. I mean, I'm glad you're back on the air. You are the man.
How'd you dial the phone is what I want to know.
Well, I got my buddy here. He's holding the phone. I use a mouse stick. And I called yesterday, and I got disconnected a couple times. And my buddy right here, he's got to hold the phone to my head.
That's a good buddy.
He was telling me, he says, you need a headset, like Madonna. And I says, yeah, but I still need somebody to put it on and off. You
That's
know?
right. It's still in the same place.
Yeah, that's right. You know, but I'm fine where I'm at.
Well, you could leave the headset on permanently. Just bolt it right into your head.
Hey, well, I rap. I got all kinds of songs. You know what I mean? I rap for food. That's what I tell them. But
all right, buddy. Take care of yourself, all right?
Hey, thanks, Howard.
How do you pleasure yourself, by the way?
Well, you know, I get some chickies to do that. You know what I mean?
Can you feel anything down there?
No, you know what? I get like some kind of sensations, and you know, it still works and stuff like that. And I use a shot. You have to put a shot down there, like some medicine.
Yeah.
But that baby,
bless you.
You know what I mean? And
That's medicine, man, at its best.
Now, does he have girlfriends, or is this,
Yeah, you know what?
His buddy sits on his lap. His buddy sits on his lap.
Yeah, well, no, I ain't like that now.
I hear you.
No, I got girlfriends, and you know what I mean? And I got a couple I have a good time with, and you know.
A lot of I saw a movie where a guy was in a wheelchair, and he couldn't.
I'm the best at that.
Good for you. Good for you, pal. Hey, listen, I feel for you, and let's hope that our new president, Kerry, when President Kerry takes office in January, we'll begin the stem cell research immediately, and we're on our way for a cure for you.
All right, and I'm going to send you a letter and a picture to show you up for real, and I need to get up there and see you, because I tell you what, you're just...
All our troops out there, too. Your new commander-in-chief is on the way.
Hey, I'm a veteran, too.
You bet.
Think about it.
Thank you.
Okay, later, Howard.
Well, vote for your fellow veteran.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
That's enough of the nonsense already. Enough of these religious kooks. We're fighting the Taliban in Afghanistan. I don't need to fight them here in this country.
Right.
Get them out, out. Goodbye,
I'm also reading in the paper that somebody saw you and Regis Philbin chatting on the street?
Yeah, I was outside talking to Regis. Next thing I know, some dude is there with a camera shooting pictures like I'm doing a photo shoot. I go, Regis, let's walk inside. He goes, I think he was enjoying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I like to be photographed.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
That made the paper.
Yeah, ran into him. Well, how's that news?
I don't know, but it's in the paper. Got to tell you about it. The Amish in the City TV show had a strong debut. I completely forgot to watch.
I have it on tape.
The new reality series mixing Amish and city kids in a Hollywood house finished second from 8 to 10 p.m. on Wednesday night when it debuted with 5.2 million viewers. Finished first in New York.
I'm going to continue forgetting to watch.
I probably will, too.
Probably so will I. I just thought it was interesting that it did have a nice debut. Mike Tyson is fighting, and does anybody know? Does anybody care?
I care.
It's on pay-per-view, I guess.
I always care anything.
When is it on?
Tonight.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know the guy.
Lars from Metallica?
I guess he's fighting against, what's the guy's name? Last name is Williams, but it's nobody you know. Danny Williams.
Oh, Danny Williams from the Partridge Family.
He's a punk. He's a punk. I'm going to get him. I'm going to beat him up. Beat up his mother.
The guy's from London, so that's all I can tell you about him. I really don't know him, but Mike Tyson fights tonight.
What's the purse?
Oh, I didn't even look.
Yeah, he's broke. He needs money.
Well, that's why he's doing this, of course.
I would watch it.
Oh, he's always fun to watch fight. Come on.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah. He could bite
Well, actually,
somebody.
I'm working. I can't. But
No. Where are you working?
I'm actually with Bob Schimmel tonight.
Where?
Together at the Hampton Beach Casino in New Hampshire tonight.
Oh.
I believe tickets are still available. Me and Bob, the great Bob. First
Tell
time.
Bob I said hi.
I will.
Yay!
Yeah. It's exciting for me to work with him.
You opening or closing?
No, I'm going to open.
Yay! Yeah, I don't think Bob would want you to close.
No, the comedy gods would be upset if...
Yeah, I heard about you and Bob Schimmel being together. That sounds like a good show.
We're doing a couple of dates this summer.
I would like to see you two
What's
together.
the split, 50-50?
I'm not sure. I don't know what he's getting. I just know what I'm getting.
Oh.
You know. I don't want to be...
Does he get more than you?
He should, sure.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No, I would assume he would, absolutely, but I don't know for sure. It's going to be a cool gig, though.
All right. Sold out?
I think there's still some tickets available. It's like a 2,000-seat place.
Are you going to get loaded, or are you going to do it straight?
It's only one show, which is good, so I'll be straight.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be lit, you know.
Right. It'll just be buzzed.
I won't be ossified.
That's what you're saying.
It'll be a buzz.
I'll be a buzz with my moves on the field. Yeah, if you're up at the Hampton Beach Casino, come out tonight.
All right.
Casino?
It's called the Hampton Beach Casino, and I've played this place before. I never saw a casino there.
Oh, no.
I think it's just like called that. It's like a theater up on Hampton Beach in New Hampshire.
Okay.
It's a nice area.
Anything else, Robin?
Dr. Phil's son is getting a TV show.
Good. I'd like that whole family to be more successful.
Young Jay McGraw.
Jay McGraw.
Going to be the host of a show that's tentatively titled Family Time. It's a new reality show where a battery of people, a plastic surgeon, life coaches, construction workers, all get unleashed on a family to do a complete and comprehensive makeover of everything in their lives.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that before.
McGraw, they say, is a frequent guest on his father's afternoon therapy show. He's also the author of a couple of bestsellers, Life Strategies for Teens and Closing the Gap, a strategy for bringing parents and teens together. He has recently joined his father in writing about diet. His most recent best-selling book is The Ultimate Weight Solution for Teens, The 7 Keys to Weight Freedom.
I hope the kid is at least not fat like his dad.
No, I don't think he's ever been fat, which is, of course, why he could write a diet book. But
doesn't seem to stop anybody when they're fat from writing a diet book.
Basically, it sounds to me like he just recopied his father's book and I guess put little yos and dudes in there to make it for the young people.
Yo, dudes, don't eat Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
That family is fascinating. Do you know what a blue moon is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, it's when a guy is with a chick, okay? I don't know if I can even say this because of the FCC. I can tell you what a harvest moon is. It's when a
I'm
girl
not talking
is really,
about a harvest moon.
when a girl or a guy is really dirty back there.
I'm talking about a blue moon.
Yeah, what is it?
I mean, you've heard songs, Blue Moon. It's
Oh, yeah. What do you think it is?
Poetry. What is a blue moon?
What do you think it is?
Called blue moon?
When a girl sits on your chest, and that's about as far as I can go.
Is there a term?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is a blue moon?
A blue moon is when you have a full moon twice in the same month. And we're about to have one.
Great.
And so the expression, about as often as a blue moon or whatever that expression is because it doesn't happen very often that you'll have 2 full moons in the same calendar month, because full moons usually happen 29.5 days apart.
Wow.
The last time there was a blue moon was, I think, 2001. So
fascinating.
There's going to be a blue moon this weekend.
I can't wait. G-Man, you're on the air.
Howard.
Hey.
Morning.
Morning.
Quick thing. That commercial you're running for NYPD, you're killing me.
Why am I killing you?
They haven't given us a raise in almost 3 years. That's number one. Number two, they want us to work more. Work, and then they want us to take stuff away from us. They want us to actually work more days. You can't run that advertisement.
No, I happen to, love the guys of the NYPD. And
I think it's wrong that they have not been rewarded for their hard work and dedication without getting a raise and all that.
But I certainly don't want to discourage anyone from becoming a cop. I mean, come on, what's one got to do with the other?
I don't want to discourage them either, but it's just that the city does the wrong thing.
All right, well, that's something you got to listen. There's a lot of things on a job that could drive you crazy, but I'm saying I'm not going to sit there and tell them they shouldn't be a cop. You became a cop.
I'm not telling people not to be a cop. It's just the way you run the commercial, the way they make it sound. Like you're reading that, you read it off like a paper, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel good about the NYPD. Why shouldn't I say become a cop?
Because
I know Super Cop Mike Gaffney.
Oh, here you go. But the point I'm trying to make is it's ridiculous what goes on.
All right, I understand you're disgruntled, but there's no reason.
Write more, give more. But meanwhile, when it comes to
if I was a real man, I'd join the force. But I can't. I'm too cowardly.
You're a girly man.
I'm a girly man. Go ahead, Rob.
Thank you. Yeah. Right there with the cops. They deserve a raise. At the convention last night, John Kerry managed to deliver an effective speech. That's what everybody was waiting for. So now let's make him president. That was all he needed to do.
He did it.
He did it, so let's make him president.
Everyone was nervous.
After 4 nights of speeches praising him, the man actually arrived in the Fleet Center last night, and he directed a challenge to President Bush. D1.
As president, I will ask the hard questions and demand hard evidence. I will immediately reform the intelligence system so policy is guided by facts, and facts are never distorted by politics.
I love that.
In his acceptance speech, he issued a direct challenge to President Bush's Iraqi policy.
As president, I will bring back this nation's time-honored tradition. The United States of America never goes to war because we want to. We only go to war because we have to. That is the standard of our nation.
And then he put a needle through his cheek.
Then he explained what he would do about Iraq.
I know what we have to do in Iraq.
You knew.
We need a president who has the credibility to bring our allies to our side and share the burden, reduce the cost to American taxpayers, reduce the risk to American soldiers. That's the right way to get the job done and bring our troops home.
No, let me tell you, when he becomes president, he's going to have a big mess on his hand in a lot of different areas.
Oh, yeah. Because a lot of things aren't even being paid attention to.
All right. Sounds like he's making some good points.
And he says this is the most important presidential election ever, D5.
What if we find a breakthrough to Parkinson's, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and AIDS? Right. What if we have a president who believes in science so we can unleash the wonders of discovery like stem cell research and treat illness for millions of lives?
Right.
Yes. What if?
What if you're in a wheelchair, you're waiting for this research, and we've been delayed 4 years? It's got to piss you off.
So, of course, after he gives a speech, everybody has to analyze it. Here's a political science person from Emory University. Her name is 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗏, or he or she is 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗏, and that person says Senator Kerry achieved his purpose when addressing the American people at the DNC.
Kerry was introducing himself for the first time to this very large American audience, and I think he did a very good job of doing that. I think a lot of Americans who may have not have paid attention to him before probably would have liked what they saw.
And then, of course, they got to bring in, to be balanced, a Republican. Here's the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Ed Gillespie. He says, I'm not impressed with Senator Kerry's speech.
As a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee with access to the same information that President Bush had, John Kerry was as forceful as anyone in making the case for removing Saddam Hussein from power and implementing the Clinton administration's policy of regime change.
And here he says, again, he's not impressed.
This speech largely was in many ways, a rehash of his standard stump speech that we've heard. Many people, though, probably heard it for the first time. And the fact is, he didn't lay out much new policy. He was not very forward-looking at all in this speech. Very backward-looking, it seemed to me.
That's funny.
Well, he's got a lot to look back on.
He's looking back at all that mess, trying to figure out what he needs to do with it. And what's the song that's going to come out of this presidential campaign? You know,
I already know. You don't have to tell me. This is the big one.
Some people want it all, but I...
No, that ain't it.
What are you talking about?
No, I know what it is. It's this one.
Where is that song?
The fag, Casey's a fag. He's the type of guy who loves it in the eye. Casey's a fag, Casey's a fag.
That's not it.
That's a nice one.
No?
No, I don't think that'll rally the entire country.
No, in all seriousness, it's a very beautiful song. Here it is.
With a German homo. That's a little better, but it's still not right.
No?
No. The song is... This is it!
Zulu dance.
Hello. And shake your little behind.
Yes.
You gotta give it a chance when you do the Zulu dance, and your friends will say,
Oh, my.
I say, jump around if you want to, and move your arms like a machine.
Yes.
If you do the Zulu dance while wearing tight pants, some people may call you a
queen.
The Zulu dance.
Zulu, Zulu, just fine. Zulu, Zulu. Now that's ridiculous.
Zulu dance is fun to do,
well,
but your girl may get jealous.
No.
Cause if you abuse it, your girl will lose it and run up and say,
Who is this?
Ah, you can dance like a Zulu,
you know,
but some may choose to not.
No.
You gotta give it a chance when you do the Zulu dance, and your girl will give up the
balloon knot.
Say, Zulu dance.
Yes.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
What you say when you answer the phone?
Hello.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
I wanna dance to having the ball.
Thank you very much.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
Everybody will sing and laugh. Zulu dance.
Yes.
Zulu dance.
Yes.
Take that big bulge in your pants.
No.
Pants.
Thank you.
It's a Zulu dance.
You know.
It's a Zulu dance.
Thank you.
It's a Zulu dance.
Oh, my.
It's a Zulu dance.
Yes.
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 It's a Zulu dance.
Is that the big song?
No.
Oh, I know what it is. It's this one. No? All right.
It's tough to find this song.
Wonder what's. I've played every song in the country. I can't imagine what song it is. What song is it?
What?
What song is it?
It's the U2 song, Beautiful Day.
Oh.
E4. No!
All right. That song's not funny.
It's supposed to be hopeful, not fun.
My Wang.
Also in the news, the Miss America pageant is axing the talent competition.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I love that.
No.
That was the best part of the show.
Yo. You mean to laugh at, Robin, right?
Right.
Right, thank you. Just clarifying.
Just let them walk around in bathing suits and we'll pick one.
Well, you know what's funny? Because a lot of the people don't have much talent, and it had sort of disintegrated into some people doing stupid, cheesy things like driving a tractor or jumping on a trampoline.
Last year there was a girl who held her pee for the entire contest. No matter how many bottles of water she drank.
Instead, this year's crowning on September 18th will showcase some of the women performing in a videotaped montage culled from talent routines staged in preliminary competitions. So you won't see them actually competing on the show.
All right.
They'll just be there in their bathing suits and their gowns.
Wow.
That guy from The Darkness, the frontman, Justin Hawkins, he says he punished himself for cheating on his girlfriend by having his penis pierced.
Douchebag.
Yeah, he says he likes to torture himself with piercings when he does the wrong thing.
All right.
On Christmas, he cheated on his manager and longtime lover. So the 28-year-old singer decided to put himself through the piercing operation.
So brave.
I'm officially never listening to The Darkness again.
You are ear delicious.
Craziest thing.
I punish myself by going to Scores.
Yeah. I punish myself by banging another chick.
There's a new drug that's been approved by the FDA to fight alcoholism.
Crack.
The drug is designed to reduce the craving for alcohol. According to Dr. Johnson, it does not stop a person from getting drunk, E5.
J. Johnny Johnson?
There'd be no point in taking the medication if the whole point was to get drunk. I mean, this medication is to be used with individuals who have a motivation to stop drinking.
So it'll just stop your craving. You could still get drunk if you started drinking.
Yeah, it's called Quaaludes.
What?
Quaaludes is a cure, isn't it?
No.
You never think about drinking on Ludes.
That's another problem. There's something going on between the Apple company and a company called Real Networks. Apple, I guess, is suing Real Networks because Real Networks allows songs purchased from its online stores to transfer to the Apple iPod. And according to Apple, that's tantamount to piracy, and so they don't want that to happen. Here's Larry Magid, our technology expert, to explain what's going on.
Apple's making a mistake again. So let everyone use the technology.
There's actually a long tradition of companies creating software that's compatible with other people's machines. Apple is apparently trying to protect its iTunes franchise, but the software from Real Networks offers consumers more choices.
And Larry is right when he says, listen, everybody has had a long tradition of doing that.
It seems to be the right way to go, but Apple's sticking to its guns, I guess. They're going to take it to court.
I wonder if stem cells could give Larry a normal voice.
I hope not.
I don't know how far they go with that stem cell stuff.
Yes, Ralph.
I think we're in trouble with this whole election thing because Kerry really did not give a good speech. And it was kind of lame. I mean, like every...
What would be the difference if he gave a good speech or a bad speech?
We need to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, I know, but, it's going to be hard.
It's not about a speech. It's about what you stand for.
Yeah, every 2 seconds the guy's mentioning that he's a veteran. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, every 3 minutes in this speech, he's like...
Because you got a president who is a chicken hawk. And you've got to...
Hey, listen, I want to get him out, but I just don't think...
If you got a president who is so brave... And the vice president that talks about kicking this one's ass and that one's ass, but they're the first guys out of the country or on some secret plane when the.
And you're worried about when has Bush ever delivered a good speech?
Yeah, but he's
all right, I gotta go.
He got into power without being able to do that.
He can barely speak.
How about his wife, Kerry's wife? Isn't she a little scary?
Why?
Oh, come on.
You're voting for Kerry's wife or you're voting for Kerry?
Well, she's in there. She's in the middle.
Well, then vote for Bush. What can I tell you?
This is a bright woman. What's scary about her? She's bright?
Scary because Ralph doesn't go out with girls, and girls scare him.
Oh.
Get off my phone.
Movies opening up today, The Manchurian Candidate, one of them. Meryl Streep explains why she didn't watch the original movie before filming this one, A1.
I decided early on that I wasn't going to see it, and I
Yeah, because I'm not in it.
hadn't
I only watch my own movies.
before we shot, because I was sort of... I thought I would copy her, because I'm kind of a sponge. And also I thought...
Oh, who cares? Watch the movie.
M. Night Shyamalan has a new movie in theaters today. It's called The Village. Here's M, or Knight. I think we're supposed to call him Knight. Here's Knight on his motivation for making this movie.
I wanted to write about innocence. You know, that was kind of what motivated me to spend this much time making this movie in this world. I wanted to think with innocence. I wanted to speak.
His name is M?
Knight.
Yep. So you call him M?
No, you call him Knight.
But his M stands for something.
Yes, but you know what? Usually when people go to that first initial, they don't want to be called that name.
So call yourself Knight.
Like F. Murray Abraham. You got to call him F?
I don't know. I mean, I just think it's awkward because he was in here. I didn't call him anything.
Well, you were calling him M.
But I was it. Gary called him Knight M. I swear.
That's embarrassing.
Well, Gary's completely confused. Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter, is in the film. And she was asked what sort of advice she got from her father before.
My dad has said, if there is anything else you can do, I would recommend that, because it's a very difficult profession. But if you can only do that, put everything you can into it and become obsessed by it and let it be your life.
Oh, I hate when famous parents have kids who become famous. Not fair. Give someone else a chance. Bryce Dallas Howard. She was good in the movie, too.
She's very good.
Kind of cute, too. I can't believe it.
I saw a picture of her. Yeah, she is cute.
Denzel Washington is in The Manchurian Candidate with Meryl Streep, and he was asked if he thinks there will be protests over The Manchurian Candidate, A2.
He can only hope. And now that Fahrenheit 9/11 made $100 million, he's like, yeah, protest this
Yeah,
one.
please.
Let's hope that they're that foolish. Because if nothing else, this year has taught us that when people protest and are upset with a movie, it becomes a big hit.
He's breaking himself up.
He said exactly what you said, though. Must have been listening to you.
Yes, Sal.
Hey. Who the F is Ralph the Fag? How does he come off the audacity to critique Kerry's speech? I mean, he's a guy who shaves your ass for a freaking living. I mean, he's an idiot.
Well, it's irrelevant whether the guy speaks well. I mean, it's really irrelevant.
Most people like Ralph seems to be in the minority.
You know, I didn't see the speech, but those clips sounded fine to me.
It's the same dumb speech they all give. It's not a matter of speech. It's a matter of how you handle yourself as a president.
Who cares?
Sounds like a politician.
The worst speech ever given was Bill Clinton at the Democratic National Convention. It was, how many years ago? It was 4 years before he ran for president. And he was horrible.
How about Al Sharpton yesterday?
Al Sharpton was great at speech making, but he'd be the worst president in the world.
You don't want him to be your president.
Make a difference how the speech.
We rolled the donkey.
Thank you, Sal. Have someone.
Have someone.
All right, anything else, Robin?
F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham.
Franca Potente is in The Bourne Supremacy.
Franca Potente.
Here she talks about doing a sequel.
There was the option for a sequel.
Of what?
The Bourne Supremacy is the sequel to The Bourne Identity.
Oh, okay.
But I think, like they always do, they kind of try and wait what happens with the first one.
Is she hot?
She's cute.
Better be. She sounds like that.
German.
I'm not into that accent.
Franca Potente.
And Benjamin Bratt is in the Catwoman movie that's still in theaters.
He's hot.
And here's why Halle Berry, according to him, is such a good Catwoman.
There's an innocence and a kind of good-heartedness that exists in patience that Halle...
please. Lies, lies, lies.
It's all lies. And that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone. Tonight on E, porn star Savannah Sampson strips down to lingerie. It's a lot of fun. That's tonight on E. Thank you, Mike Walker, NationalEnquirer.com, and on 97.1 FM in Los Angeles on Sunday afternoons at 3 o'clock.
And thank you to Beetlejuice. Hey.
The great Beetlejuice. Go to jollydwarf.com. He'll tell you all about how to get his new DVD in stores. And
Thank you to all our porn stars, Porn Star Olympics. A lot of fun. We'll be seeing you on Monday. Have a good weekend.
95X.
Hey, everybody, what's happening? Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, good to speak to you. Hey now. Hey now, everybody. Wow, what a weekend. Some nice weather finally. And New York was actually warm. Just changed your whole attitude. Artie not here today?
Not here.
Huh?
He's got sitcom business.
Oh, sitcom business. All right, well, that's important.
Great show.
Sitcom business. I need a little sitcom business myself. Artie's doing sitcom business.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wonder if he took that bet where you bet against Tiger Woods.
That's what I wanted to know.
He didn't.
He didn't.
No, he did not.
Yeah, of course not.
Oh, my goodness.
So funny.
He's got the worst luck.
I got to take a break, and then when we come... What? Hold on, Gary wants to say something.
You know, that's just not the funny part. The funny part was that Artie wasn't going to take that bet. He was thinking that Tiger was so good, he was getting better odds on taking Tiger, and he was so close to doing it, Howard.
Oh, my God.
You were going to get, whatever it was, the odds were better if you just took Tiger to win.
So he didn't take Tiger?
No, but he was this close to doing it. He changed his mind at the last second.
Who knows?
The way Tiger was playing, I thought Artie had bet on.
Yeah, Tiger was playing awful. And then he was coming back, I heard. But
he came back Saturday, but Sunday was a nightmare.
All right. We got so much to do. I just have to take this break, and then I'll tell you a couple of funny stories from the weekend. But first, these words.
So anyway, this Dr. Rimulak has to call once a day and say this over and over?
Yes.
I am Dr. Rimulak. I can tell you that the interns are fascinated with him. He just does this.
And you think he has obsessive compulsive?
I finally broke him down. I said, what's the deal? And he said he's OCD. He has to call once a day.
Dr. Rimulak?
I am Dr. Rimulak. 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 Dr. Rimulak.
He got enough Rimulaks in.
You're listening to Financial Practices, the art of transcendental meditation. Howard Stern.
All right, I'm back. All right, you're going to love this. So last night, now my dad never calls me. You know, he just, like my mom always calls. And I guess
he communicates through your mother.
And I guess she reports anything he has to say to me, and she reports back to him anything I've got to say.
She's the go-between.
Yeah. But my dad picked up the phone yesterday and called me. He was all excited. He said, you got to... Thank you, Dad. My father called me up and he goes, I had to call you. So what's up? I was talking to my next-door neighbor, Gail, and she tells me that they interviewed... Do you know the 7 POWs? I said, what? Do you know the 7 POWs?
Is this a quiz, Dad? You called me for a quiz?
I said, I don't know them personally. Meanwhile, I hadn't watched the news all day.
So you didn't know what he was talking about?
I kind of knew. I kind of figured it out that there must have been they found POWs or something. I go, yeah. I just go, yeah. He goes, well, he assumes I don't know anyway. That's been our pattern.
Right.
He goes, well, you know, they found the 7 POWs, and they interviewed them, Gail said. And the 7 POWs, they asked them, how did you pass the time when you were captured by the Iraqis? And they said, we swapped Howard Stern stories. Now, this is a great thing. And I said, that is a great thing. You're absolutely right. He goes, you should have to get confirmation. I don't know if it's what's going on, but you have to get tape of that. Because for the 7 POWs, to swap Howard Stern stories is a big story. So I said, you're absolutely right, Dad. I'm going to check into it. Thank you for calling me. So I write a note to Gary. Speak to me about the 7 POWs this morning. So I said to Gary this morning, I said, look, I don't know if it's for real. For all I know, it could be a Captain Jenks phone call. I just don't know. Yeah. My dad called up last night and said that the POWs are swapping Howard Stern stories. But Gary goes, wouldn't we have heard from one listener about this? I go, you would think so, but my neighbor Gail, my dad's neighbor Gail, is a very, very intelligent woman. There's no reason why
why this wouldn't be true, but I said...
She's not a Captain Jack. She's not pulling your father's leg.
Yeah. So, of course, I said, no. I said, this doesn't sound right to me. I mean, I think I would have heard about that. And that's a big deal.
Of course.
I mean, for me, that's a big deal. I'd be very proud if the POWs held on to their sanity in the face of almost being killed, thinking they were going to die at any second. They held on to their sanity, swapping Howard Stern stories. So then Gary comes in. He goes, I'm going to ball someone, check around. I'm going to see if I can find out something, but it doesn't sound right to me. So then Gary says to me, here's some tape for you for this morning. Captain Jenks made a phone call to Fox. I haven't heard it yet. I said, okay, let me listen to it. So here it is.
Ethel Riley is the father of James Riley, who has now been rescued. Yes, Mr. Riley, can you hear me, sir? Eric Shaw, Fox News.
Yes, I'm here.
First of all, congratulations. Our heart and our sympathies are with you. Terrific news.
Thank you so much.
What was it like for you this morning? How did you hear? Did you expect it?
We were worried. We were very worried, and we were having breakfast, and the major came to the door and told us that they had found him.
Have you had any indication that this would come this morning?
No, we didn't have any indication at all, but we had hope, and that was the main thing. And from what we understand, the soldiers, they survived and passed the time by talking about stories of Howard Stern.
Well, I think that this may not be Mr. Riley. So let us go back and cut that guy off, if that is the case. And I want to say one thing. Sometimes that does happen, and those guys are real jerks who do this and try to nab the media, and it's happened occasionally.
We did have
apologize to our viewers for that guy.
That one was a beaut.
What's great is Fox was goofing on MSNBC for being scammed by Captain Jenks, and now they're scammed, and, it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So if my dad is listening...
It was Captain Jenks.
Captain Jenks.
Well, that's what it sounded like when, you were relating the story.
Yeah.
I said, that sounds like one of those phone calls.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Good morning, my friend.
It's really weird because I went out yesterday and I was sitting in a local bar that I go to, and somebody said to me, somebody got on with one of the POW's fathers got on and said that they passed time by talking about Howard Stern.
So it's even happening to you.
And it's weird because the guy says, hey, it's not, that was not the guy we're supposed to be talking to.
Yeah, I was like, was that believable?
All I know is my dad called me for the first time in 17 years, I think, and said, you got to hear this. This is big news.
So I brought your family closer together.
You did, so I want to thank you.
Is he going to be upset now that it was Captain Jenks?
Shut up.
Well, here's what I'll say is, I told you I didn't know. I just wanted to report to you. I told you it could not be. It might not be true. So my dad got taken in. But he didn't actually hear it.
He didn't hear it.
No.
Gail got taken in.
Yeah, my dad can't hear anything anyway.
Well, that's okay because they had closed captioning on Fox, and you could see the call in closed captioning.
There you go.
Your dad read it.
So what if you really were one of the parents of the POWs and you
they
were trying...
would have been hung up on.
Right. I'm kind of pissed at that.
I mean, what if they really were talking about you, Howard? And if there's any news story where you're related in some way or another, and they go on to a news channel and call in about this, you'll get cut off whether it's true or not.
Because of you. It's your fault. If I'm actually in the news, I'll be cut off. No one will believe it.
But this guy probably, the guy's real father, he's from New Zealand, Sergeant Riley.
Yeah.
And he's got a New Zealand accent. And they just did a press conference 15 minutes before I went on the air, and it's like I'm sitting there like eating a cheesesteak.
They put you right through.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even try this time.
Right. They called you and said, would you please go on?
Yeah. Next week I'm thinking about calling CNN and telling them the Easter Bunny, and I want to get on and wish everybody Happy Easter.
They'll put you right through.
All right, Captain, thank you.
See you later, Howard.
That's Captain Jenks, whose stories bring families closer together. How funny is that?
So will you call your father this afternoon?
No.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
For what reason? Let me think the POWs talk about me.
Dad, I tracked that story down.
So funny, because I had my parents over Saturday night. I had a little family dinner,
Uh-huh.
And, my dad doesn't hear anything. He's gonna go for a hearing test now.
Did he finally give in?
Yeah, because he just doesn't hear. And he goes, look, I know maybe I don't hear so good, but a lot of these people don't enunciate. I said, that they're enunciating, you can't hear.
Been enunciating any better all his life, and he heard them then.
He's like, I think I'm going to go to a doctor.
So he's finally given in.
Yeah, well,
it's not the rest of the world, it's him. He's finally figured it out.
He's assuming that, you know, they can help him. Who even knows if they can? I said, you better get going.
Well, of course they can help him.
You don't know. Some people, the hearing aid doesn't work.
If you don't put it in.
Well, my father already was like, do you know President Clinton wears a hearing aid?
Oh, so it's okay now.
Now it's cool. Because he's like a good-looking stud, and if my dad's going to get laid...
Yeah, it's like the new earring.
Yeah.
I got my hearing aid.
You can't even see it.
Ladies.
Come on. Let's go. You know, President Clinton gets laid.
Monica Lewinsky, I've got a hearing aid.
Yeah. Yeah. Friday night, I went over to the Def Leppard concert over at the Beacon Theater.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But I only stayed like 20 minutes. I went out and got drunk beforehand, so I was having trouble. You have to stand up because no one sits in their seat. And I realized the room might have been spinning a little. So I figured I'd better go out and get some air.
So how do you know it was good? You were drunk.
All I know is I couldn't hear for about 2 hours afterwards. Oh, my God. You know what? I forgot to bring earplugs, which I normally do.
Oh, you do? You're one of those people?
Yeah, my ears get really burnt out. Like, I get this high hiss in my head after a rock concert.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot. You don't hear, like, you don't get, like, this sort of sound?
No.
Do you get that, Fred?
Only if, like, really, really super... But I think it has to do with the headphone stuff. You seem to be more sensitive to it.
I don't know, man, but I always was like that.
That's not a long time.
Yeah, maybe I was there a half hour. I don't know. Who knows how long I was there?
Take it easy. You have a hiss.
Yeah, it was like...
Dad.
There were little kids in the audience. And I don't know why people subject it. The kid was holding his ears. It was too loud. It was too loud for these little kids. Kid must have been about 8.
Wow.
You know, I don't even know what those kids are doing at these concerts.
Why are they there?
But they were pretty good, Def Leppard. I'm not a huge Def Leppard guy, you know, but they were good. Joel Elliott still sings real well. And how old are those guys, Def Leppard?
They're younger than we are.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just look bad because they partied hard.
Because I said, I think Joe Elliott's younger than me, and then someone said, no, they're older.
Nah.
They might be slightly younger, but they're in their 40s.
Boy, I'll tell you, that one-armed drummer, that guy can bang the crap out of those skins. I don't know how he does it, because you can't really see what he's doing back there from where I was sitting.
And they got rid of the second guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's the only drummer.
Only drummer. He's good. He's real good. But I was thinking, I wonder if it's hard for them to just play the Beacon Theater now. Didn't they used to play out big arenas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were like, hello, New York. And like, you know.
This is hardly New York.
Yeah, it's like 150 people there. Hello, New York.
What is this, Congress? We're representing New York?
Yeah. New York City. Like, shut up.
Every night they go to another city and they have to say, hello, Philadelphia, how are you?
Sometimes they forget.
Philadelphia.
They have to say it at least 4 times, because they said New York 4 times, at least. Like, everything was like, New York. It was real nice. At one point, they draped the British flag and the American flag over the microphone, and Joe Elliott said some real cool stuff about the troops. He was good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he had some good things to say. And, you know, I didn't hear him do Pour Some Sugar on Me, but I heard fa-fa-fa-foolin', fa-fa-fa-foolin', fa-fa-fo-hi, fa-fa-fa-fo-hi, fa-fa-fo-fo-fooey, fa-fa-fa-fooey, fa-fa-fooey, fa-fa-fa-fooey, fa-fa-fooey. Yeah, I heard that one. That was kind of cool. And one dude was wearing his pajamas. There was one guy, one of the guitar players has to take his shirt off. You can tell he's been hitting the gym.
Uh-oh.
So he took his shirt off like the 3rd song in.
Couldn't wait.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to get that shirt off.
Wow. Is it the 3rd song?
And the guy was pretty ripped. You could tell he's been working out at the gym.
Yeah.
But you could tell the other guys weren't.
Makes him look bad.
So funny. Yeah, that was great. Yes, I went to the Def Leppard concert.
Well, sort of.
Kinda.
If you were only there 20 minutes.
You know what? I got a little nervous because I went with Ross and Melissa, you know, Ross's girlfriend Melissa. And Ross works for a record company. I thought he was going to hook us up with some really good seats. He hooked us up, like, right in the back, and there was, like, a lot of commotion going on. I was getting a little nervous, quite frankly.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what was up with that?
I don't know. I would have let Steve Kingston hook us up.
Is Ross connected or not?
He is, but he got the tickets through PLJ. I didn't realize it was a PLJ concert.
Oh.
WPLJ concert.
What's he up to?
Yeah. So...